Let's start. Fabiola, it's with you.
All right, so hello and welcome. Thank you guys for joining this live stream. I'm very happy to be here again. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you holding up? Well, in today's session, I'll be giving you some pronunciation tips that make part of my favorite course, which is called Accent Reduction. What I've done is I compiled a list of my students' most common mistakes in English and explain each mistake compared to Portuguese sounds, okay? The first problem that Brazilians make when they speak English is the final stops. And for this particular problem, I have a video that illustrates this mistake in a very humorous way. Let's watch the video. Can you see my screen okay? Let me play it.
God, I love that word. But all of a sudden, something was complicated, you become, oh, I see a pattern. So what we were doing with this one is similar, but without, I love the old Brazilian Portuguese. Sorry about that. That was what you were even more happy about it than I was. You didn't even mention the hedgy hot chili peppers, the bad. I love.
Hang on.
I knew this was coming. Well, you're going to be signing book stuff. But it's very clear that all an expectation. How do we reproduce it? Very much the result. And this becomes quite clear, quite fast in public speaking. So breaking down any topic. You can do it with anything, really, language-wise. Any Brazilians in here?
Okay, now.
No, it's the only time you're from Brazil. Brazilian Portuguese sounds really complicated, but then you're like, I think they're just taking English words and sticking an E on the end of many of them and making it sound pretty groovy. And I was like, imagine like you were in a meeting and you wanted to get some commentary from a manager. You'd be like, give me some Fiji Baki. Fiji Baki, that's a word. And then if you go camping and you're not going to sleep in your duvet or your bed sheets, you're going to need a sleepy baggie. I just kept getting better, isn't it? Internet, you're going to post things on Facebook, you watch YouTube. You might play some King Kong, you knock out. You can go to a field, have some wine and cheese, Kiki Nicky. You can do it all. This is keep going. I love that language. My personal favorite is when you have a cold, you have problems breathing, fix you back or God, I love that word. But all of a sudden.
Okay. So this is just to illustrate. Let me stop. Okay. Okay. So this was just to illustrate a very, very common mistake that Brazilians make when speaking English, which is called final stops. So did you get the words? He was making fun of our accent. He said something like feedback, right? Sleepy baggy, piquenique, internet, and the last one, very humorous, was Vicky Vaporub. Does anybody know how to say Vicky Vaporub in English? I remember when I lived in Canada, my Canadian family made me say Vicky Vaporub in Portuguese all the time there was a visitor in the house. You know, hey, how do you say Vicky Vaporub in Portuguese? And I would have to say it to them. But the correct form is to say Vicks Vaporub. Okay, Vicks Vaporub. Anyway, so let me share the screen again, and I'll be talking about the final stops. So try to pronounce these consonants without adding an extra syllable to it, because that's what Brazilians do. When they speak a word, they put an extra syllable to it. They add an extra syllable to it. In other words, try to pronounce the pure consonants. That is sh, ch, f, k, p, t, t, b, g, m, n, v, s, and z. Okay? Don't say she, chi, fi, and so on. This is the problem. We add a Y to the pure sound of consonant. So let's try to pronounce these final consonant sounds in the following words. So we say wash instead of saying wa-she. See? 2 syllables. It's only one. So we say wash. And then crash. English. The next sound. Watch. Match. Such. You say 1 syllable. Watch and not watchy. Match and not matchy. Such and not suchy. Life and wife. Safe, not lifey, wifey, safey. Next up, book, work, picnic. So you say picnic, 2 syllables, and not picky, nicky, 4 syllables. Map, laptop. In reality, these final stops, you almost don't hear them, especially if you're speaking in context. You would hear something like laptop. Give me my laptop, not lappy, toppy. Video, clip, not clippy. Internet. Here, try not to pronounce the T. It's a very subtle sound. You say inner, net. Internet. So, internet. Mat. That. See? You don't hear the T almost. Good. Again, not goodgy. Né? Goodie morning. Instead of goodie morning, you say good. Good. See? You almost don't hear the D. So, good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Goodie. Good evening. And good night. Not goodie night, right? You say good night. 2 syllables. Good night. Not goodie, nighty. Download. Download. 2 syllables. And you don't hear the D. Code. That's why they're called final stops, because you gotta stop before you pronounce the consonants, okay? Pub. Pub. Lab. Lab. Tube. Not tube, okay? Tube. A very common one, big. And you say Big Mac. If you hear it in context, you don't hear the final stop. You just hear Big Mac, Big Mac, Big Mac. Bag, hot dog, hot dog. Don't say hotty doggy. Name. What's your name? Look, you gotta close your lips, touch your lips to produce the M sound, the final M sound, which we don't have in Portuguese. But just make sure you close your lips when you produce this sound. So, name, same, and some, okay? And one, phone, not phony, done, not doni. Have, live, native or native. Sentence with an S sound in the end, not sentencey, okay? House, did you know we pronounce house with an S sound, not a Z sound? You don't say housey, you say house. I live in a house. Let's imagine you pronounce a double S in the end, house, okay? Mouse. So we say Mickey Mouse, not Mickey Mousey, okay? Next up, because. Even though it's spelled with an S, the final pronunciation is a Z. So you say because, surprise, phase. The last sound you hear is of a Z. All right? So this is called final. final stops. I can share this worksheet with you in the end of the presentation, okay? I'll check with Gianni if we can share this with you guys. So let's move on to the next. Okay. All right, the next thing I'd like to mention is the schwa sound. This sound in English is so common that it's got a name. I'll write it down in case you have never seen it. It's so common that it's got a name. It's called schwa, okay? A schwa is the easiest sound to pronounce in English. You just gotta make sure you open your mouth a little bit and emit voice. You go, that's it, very relaxed. You open your mouth a little bit and you say, okay? So your mouth is in the neutral position. It's like you say this, all right? Now, it's the most frequent sound in English. It occurs in almost all unstressed syllables, okay? Sometimes it's spelled like as an A, sometimes as a ni, sometimes as a no, you, or I. It doesn't matter. So, let me share the next worksheet. Okay, here we go. Hang on a sec. Just like that. Okay, here we go. So it's called schwa, okay? And this is the phonetic symbol, the international phonetic symbol for the schwa, all right? So take a look at the spelling for you to see the schwa. Remember, the sound is very relaxed. Open your mouth and just say So here you have credit card, credit card, credit card. Next one, every, you don't say every, okay? Every day. Let me write it down on the chat. Here, every, because you almost don't hear the schwa. Every, not every. And then camera. Remember the M sound? You gotta touch your lips to make the sound, to produce the sound. So you say camera, camera, camera. Let me write on the chat. You say camera. All right, not camera. You see where you can have an accent? If you say camera, 3 syllables, instead of camera, there people will say, you're not from around here, right? That's why this course of mine is called accent reduction. I try very hard to reduce the accent everybody has when learning a second language. Next up, different. I tease students and I say different or de costas, right? Different or de costas. Different. Family, right? Not family. Evening. It's like you're pronouncing the pure consonants. You say the V, you say the N, but you don't say evening. Favorites. Practically. Don't say practically. And don't forget to say the C. Practically. Let me write practically. This is how you say it. Practically, okay? Practically. You practically don't hear any vowels. except for the first one, prec, because it's a stress syllable, sílaba tônica, right? Practically. The rest you don't hear. Emeralds, emeralds, oh, emeralds, emeralds, emeralds. You have two schwas over there. Interested, interested. You see? So you say This is how you pronounce it. Interested, interested. Only the vowels. The rest is a schwa. Average, average, average. Average, average. The first rule I tell students to learn if you want to reduce your accent is forget about spelling. If you forget about spelling, because Brazilians try to read every syllables, every letrinhas, right? You try to read horizontally. But English, you got to be able to read the sounds because your voice goes up and down. You read sounds, and the rest you kind of swallow, right? Look, you say interested. The rest you swallow. So that's why I say Portuguese is read horizontally. You read the syllables. And English is read vertically. You go up and down, all right? You read sounds, not syllables. Next one, temperature, temperature, temperature. History, history, not history, 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 history. Diamonds, diamonds. I see diamonds in the sky, something like this. I remember the song, Diamonds. Vegetables, vegetables, vegetables. Okay, and don't say vegetables. Imagine there's an imaginary D before pronouncing the G, all right? Vegetables. All right, so a very, very common mistake students make is when you try to read this spelling, O-U-S, in words like these, all right? So you say nerve. Remember the schwa? You say and that's what you hear. Nervous, nervous. Nervous, nervous. What you have to remember when saying this, you can smile. Say nervous. You're very nervous, but you smile when you say the sound. You say nervous. The schwa. Famous. Smile. Famous. Right? Not famous. If you say famous and nervous, you're trying to read the letrinhas. That's Portuguese, not English, okay? Danger. Remember the imaginary D? So danger, rus. Smile. Dangerous. Dangerous. And here, now, lots of fabulous together. You say fabulous. Fabulous. Okay? So this is the schwa, some examples of the schwa. Now, I would like to move on to something interesting that Brazilians make a mistake with. Mola. Let's see. Okay. I'd like to be talking a little bit about the final NG sound over here, okay? Next, the NG sound. So it's very common for Brazilians, again, to read the letrinhas. So instead of saying kingi, kongi, right? You're gonna pronounce an N, but make it a little longer, okay? It's like you stop before you pronounce the J. So you say king. You go, king. Not kin. Kin, let me write it down. So, kin. This is kin. What I'm trying to make you pronounce is king. See, it's a little longer if you compare to K-I-N. You say king, but you stop before you pronounce the G. That's why words like this, with the ing, in the ing form, the gerund, you don't say going, doing. You stop there. You say going, doing. All right? So let's try over here. King Kong. It's like you say, King Kong. All right? Don't say King Kong. King Kong. Ping pong. Sam. Remember, close your mouth for the M sound. Sam, sung. Sam, sung. Everything. Thing. And next one, sing a song. Sing a song. So sing a song. You don't say sing a song, right? Again, King Kong, ping pong, Sam sung, everything, sing a song. All right? This sound over here, the spelling in English is always E-Y. But did you know we don't pronounce the E and the Y? We only pronounce the Y. Forget the spelling. Let's imagine you spell it like this. Mickey. Mickey, not Mickey. Okay? Mickey, not Mickey. So you say Mickey, and then we learned mouse. So Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Every time I tell students about this particularity, especially this word, Mickey Mouse, everybody goes, no, teacher, no, don't frustrate me at this point. My whole life, I've always said Mickey Mouse. But you say Mickey Mouse. All right? Mickey Mouse. And eu vou para Disney. Oh my gosh. We say Disney. All right? Disney. Disney. Stanley. Stanley is the name of a very famous park in Vancouver, Canada. I loved it there. So we say Stanley. Valley. Valley. Not valley. 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 Money. Not money. Oh, money. 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 Monkey. All right? So again, Mickey Mouse, Disney World, Stanley Park, Fraser Valley, money, and monkey. All right? So the next one would be a U. But wait. Any questions so far?
No, everything is okay, Fabs.
Can you see okay the worksheet I'm trying to share? Is everything okay?
Yes, yes, we can see
Any
everything.
questions, students? No problems? Is it too fast, too slow, or is it okay? No problem? Write on the chat in case anybody wants me to stop a little bit, or if you have a question, all right? Unless, or else I'll move on. All right. Okay, so the next one is the AU spelling. how do we pronounce the AU spelling? In English, in Portuguese, you would pronounce it as if you were pronouncing the letter O, but with a stress. So we say O, O. Don't be influenced by the spelling. You see AU, but you pronounce O. Okay? Just like we say it in Portuguese. O, O, meu Deus. O. That's it. So let's see some words. Author, author, not author, okay? Author, author. And here, audio, audio or audio, audio. I don't know if there's anybody whose name is Laura, but you are not Laura in English, okay? We say Laura, Laura. And the next one is very common to say, for students to say automatic, right? We say O, and then we say auto in American English. Auto, automatic, automatic. Cause, cause, or because, okay? Cause. Authorization, authorization. Author, authorization. Audible, de audível. Audible, audible. Precaution, precaution. Audition, audition, audition. Next one, Australia. Australia. Don't say Australia. Hã? Oh, Jen is telling me to stop a little bit. Just a minute, guys. Let me see what happened. Because she said it stopped recording. Can you hang on a sec? Just 1 minute, please. I'm sorry.
Hey, guys. Waiting for Fabiola and Gianni to come back. Are you guys enjoying the class? Really nice, isn't it? Yeah. Hey, Joel. How are you, Joel? No, it's amazing because there are some words that since we speak Portuguese as well, sometimes we get a little bit confused, And by taking this course, we end up learning, or maybe for some of us remembering, because we have already heard some of these words, But this course is amazing and it helps a lot. It's going to help you guys to really pay attention to what you're saying and improve and reduce the accent as well. I think it's going to be really cool for you guys. Hey, Gianni's back. Hey, Gianni, welcome back.
I don't know what happened. Some technical glitch. In reality, I asked her to stop a little bit because I wanted to teach you this word. I don't know if you know. We had a technical glitch. You know this word? It's a technical problem, all right, that we didn't know. It stopped working. Somehow it stopped, she stopped recording. I don't know. Anyway, we're back again. Let's see where we stopped. Can you see my screen? Bru, can you see my worksheet here? It's on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's the same one that you were talking about, audible, audition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes, it's still visible to us.
I just wanted to see if I'm still sharing it. All right. So
Yes, you are.
Precaution, audition, Australia. Australia, cauliflower, right? Cauliflower. Caution, like I can say, caution, be careful. And cautious, right? Caution and cautious. All right, so this is the AU, which make for the O in Portuguese. And a very common sound that we hear students pronouncing in a wrong way would be Aerosmith instead of aero. Aero, we simply say arrow. It's like Forget the spelling. Forget the A. Just say arrow. Very simple. So, Aerosmith, aerobics, not aerobics, right? Aerobics, aerodynamic, aerospace, aeronaut. Look, again, aeronautics. So, Aerosmith, aerobics, not aerobics, aerodynamic, aerospace, and aeronautics. Okay? I'd like to, since we're here, I'd like to be talking about this whenever you have L plus K. Students usually, they tend to say talk because they're influenced by the spelling again. But be careful here. You say something like this. Talk, okay? Forget the L, you say talk, not talk. Walk, not walk. All right? And I guess this is it. So walk, talk. I'd like to move on to the next worksheet. Let me close this one, this window here. Okay, and now I'd like to be talking a little bit about names in general that, again, I compiled a list of my students' most common mistakes in terms of pronunciation, and I make them repeat because, let me just start sharing again. Is it done? Here we go. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about names. Name brands. Let's start with name brands. Here. Okay, so did you know we don't say Levi's? We say Levi's. Levi's, okay? And then we say Amazon, not Amazon, okay? Amazon. The X in English has got, especially when it starts a word, we say Xerox, Xerox. But then a proper name would be, this name we say Xavier, Xavier. You pronounce a G and a Z. Xavier, Xavier, which is very weird for us, isn't it, by the way? Red label, não é red, né? Gap. For you to pronounce this A sound, you got to be able to stick 3 fingers in your mouth like this. Ah. This is how much you have to open your mouth to be able to pronounce the sound correctly. We don't have this sound in Portuguese. It's very open A. Ah, gap, not gapi. Okay? We tend to make a nasal sound for the letter A, like banana, ana. But in English, you say banana, not nasal, banana, gap. Okay, Big Mac, McDonald's. Aeropostale, remember we learned aeropostale. Pioneer, double E, it usually has a ni sound, pioneer. Copenhagen, Polo, Banana Republic. Bose, Z sound, Bose. Lint, don't pronounce the D, Lint. Ralph Lauren, or sometimes Ralph Lauren, both are okay. Remember the O, Lauren. And here, duty, don't say dirty, duty free shop, And never ever say free shop. If you say free shop in English, people say, really? Everything is free? So let's go. Let's get everything. No, you don't have to buy, but the duty is free, not the shop. Duty is the tax-free shop, okay? Duty-free shop, or simply duty-free, but never free shop. Colgate, Nike. It's weird because here students tend to say Nike with the final stop. The only name brand that you don't have to say the final stop, students do. So it's Nike. Here, the Schwa, Discovery, not Discovery. Reebok, not Reebok, right? Reebok. Kit Kat, look at the final stop. iTunes, not iTunes, not Tunis at 2, iTunes. Texaco, ASICS, Samsung, Samsung. Big Mac, look at the final stop, Big Mac. Pathfinder, make sure you pronounce the TH. In other words, your lips have to stick out from your teeth. So you say Pathfinder. Pearl, your tongue goes like this. Pearl, okay? Pearl. Jam, the Rolling Stones, Hyundai, we say Hyundai, Vicks Vapor Rub, remember the guy from the video said, Vicky Vaporub, we say Vicks Vapor Rub, Ford, Focus, not Focus, okay, Focus, and Fusion, Ford Focus, Ford Fusion. McDonald's, Land Rover, Tylenol, Oakley, not Oakley, right? Look at the E here. Harley, not Harley, Harley Davidson. Bose. This is a very nice one. This could be an entire class to be talking about the ED sound of the verbs, the regular verbs in English. We say linked, just like here. Let me write it down. Linked. This is the correct sound. Linked in. So LinkedIn. Sorry. LinkedIn, okay? LinkedIn. Detroit. If you say Detroit, native speakers would understand you're saying Detroit. There's a funny story my student said. Once he rented a car, and he was driving from New York to Detroit, from Detroit, he was staying in Detroit, he wanted to visit New York. So he rented a car, and the police stopped him. And he said, where are you coming from? He said, Detroit. The policeman says, Detroit? Never heard. He said, yeah, Detroit. The officer goes, what? Detroit? Because he was thinking, it's Detroit. This is the name of a town in English? I never heard it. And he said, yeah, they produce cars. He goes, oh, okay, it's Detroit. Detroit, not Detroit. So be very careful when you're saying words in English that you think you're pronouncing in the right way, but be careful. Tucson. Don't say Tucson. I have to think of the wrong pronunciation. We say Tucson. Don't say the C, okay? Red Bull. Instagram, not Instagram. Oh, gram, close your lips. Instagram, the first A is the schwa. Remember? Instagram, Instagram. And the last A, the second A, is the ah sound. So you say Instagram. Close your lips. Instagram, Instagram. Total flex or total flex. We don't say total. We say total or total. Total flex. Palm olive. Palm, separate the word here. See? Palm olive. Palm olive. Burger King. Don't say king. Burger King. Twitter or Twitter. Okay, don't say Twitter. Twitter, Twitter. Sam's Club. Sam's Club. Close your mouth. Mac, the makeup, it's makeup, something Canadian. Mac. Remember the three fingers? Mac. Whopper from Burger King. Facebook, not Facebooky. Facebook. 2 syllables, not Facebooky. And now some other names that students have difficulty pronouncing. The capital of Canada is Ottawa, or we don't say Ottawa, right? Ottawa or Ottawa. Vancouver. I lived in Vancouver, and the very first day I arrived, I remember, I said something about Vancouver. And my Canadian dad, he would say, oh, okay, Vancouver, 6 U's. I said, oh, sorry, it's Vancouver, 6 A's, right? Vancouver, Vancouver. Toronto or Toronto, Toronto, Toronto. Disney World, New Orleans or New Orleans, both are correct, okay? New Orleans or New Orleans. Los Angeles, remember the imaginary D? Los Angeles, Angeles. And make sure you pronounce double S instead of a Z, because in Portuguese, whenever we have a vowel sandwich, a vowel plus the S and a vowel again, the S becomes a Z sound. Casa, right? Casa. In Portuguese, we would say casa, right? But not in English. Look. Los Angeles. Try to say Los Angeles. Los Angeles. And don't forget the imaginary D. Los Angeles. Los Angeles. Or just say simply LA. Better. You play it safe. Just kidding. Granville. 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 Times Square. Times Square. I'd rather you pronounced this word like this. Times, and then you say square. Okay? Because that way you don't say time is this square. You're adding an extra syllable there. We say Times Square, not time is this square. Okay? Times Square. Times Square. Aerosmith, we already talked about it. Bush Gardens. Please don't say President Bush. It's President Bush. Bush Gardens. Bush Gardens. Charles. Charles. Remember? Like pearl. World. Charles. Charles Edward. Charles Edward. Brad Pitt. Look at the final stop, both the D and the T. Brad Pitt, not Brady Pitt, 4 syllables, right? Mickey Mouse, we already talked about it. Henry, Henry. Pronounce the H. The H in English is always pronounced. It's aspirated. Henry. There are exceptions like ours, but let's not get into that. Henry the Fourth. Henry the Fourth. Prince Henry the Fourth. President Bush. Shrek. Don't say Shrek. Okay? Shrek. Island of Adventure. Island of Adventure. Island of Adventure. Hollywood. Hollywood. President Obama. Obama, not Obama. Okay? Obama. Universal, not Universal. Universal Studios. Universal Studios. Manhattan, Manhattan, buffet, buffet, don't say buffet, right? And valet, deixei meu carro no valet. No, we say valet. Buffet, valet. It's almost as if you were pronouncing an EI. Buffet, valet. All right, so we've come to the end of the presentation. Of course, I've just given you an overview of what the course is all about. There are many other sounds that I like to mention when talking about next set reduction. Let me know if you have any questions before we move on to the end. Shall we? Any questions? No? Everything okay?
Everything's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very nice.
Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, my name, thank you, Carol. My nick there is English underline. In English, we don't say underline, we say underscore. It's double underscore, dois tracinhos, okay? English ABC. And my website, if you want to know what I do exactly, because I also have some preparatory courses for TOEFL, Cambridge, and IELTS. Let me share my website with you, which is www.englishabc.com.br, okay? englishabc.com.br. Hope to see you there. All right. So over to Gianni now. Thank you guys so much for participating.
Thank you, Fabs. It was amazing. It was really, really nice to hear all of the tips and to hear the words pronounced properly, right? Very, very nice.
Thanks,
G?
I'm glad you liked it. Thanks, Joel. I hope you memorize everything I've said. Hi, Maria Fernanda. Thank you.